Have you guys heard of the term black fatigue?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You guys know what that means?
Since the last time you came, that's become a thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's just become a recent thing.
And do you know what it means?
No, I'm not sure.
I'm going to ask that.
White people are 12 times as likely to be killed by a black person than the other way around. I'm just going to shoot you straight. It's not even close.
Where?
Across the country.
Ain't nobody coming after you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody tripping on you. But these people in just as scared as the other folks.
They are if they get on a bus.
Not necessarily.
They get on a train.
That lady wasn't in danger because that man was black. That lady was in danger because that man was crazy.
Nope.
Whenever we want to ask for equality and fairness, it's a problem. So white America.
So it's been several $1 trillion. When is it enough?
Where's the bird?
No. Where's the bird? You're not stopping white America from doing anything. You know what? The bird just burned down $4 billion worth of cities and 60,000 assaults.
No. There's 3 times to 4 times as much homework than the black kid, and the white kid does 2 to 3. Why?
Because it's culturally, it's conditioned.
Exactly.
So why is it better parenting from Asians than white parents? Why?
You said what?
We're always having real talk. Why do young black men fight in packs?
This whole debate thing you see everybody doing, it really doesn't serve any purpose. They do all this back and forth talking, and in the end, nobody walks away believing anything other than what they believe when the conversation started. Let's keep it real. Whatever you believe is not gonna change no matter how much legitimate evidence anybody presents to you. Half the time ain't nobody fact checking anyway. The people who are watching don't care. They're just waiting for whoever they like to spew some useless stats so they can stand up and clap. These content creators know what they doing too. Why the MAGA supporters showing up to a HBCU? Why dudes showing up to a barbershop? It ain't for a good faith debate. It's gaslighting. Not only for the people at that school or the people at that shop, but for everybody else scrolling the timeline, no matter what side of the aisle you stand on.
MAGA supporters invaded our HBCU.
What's going on over here? You called the East primitive for what? We created y'all knowledge. We created y'all science. We created y'all math. Y'all didn't do shit besides steal. Y'all didn't do anything to your
showing them the door.
We walking up to the door, y'all. I don't even know how they got on campus. We gonna figure that out, but I don't know. They need to get like a trespass, like penalty or something because
Sending them off.
tell him it's that boy. You know he's gonna come up like something. Yes. Say good job, TSU. Good job. Good.
The question I have is, why is these grown adults showing up to college campuses debating kids? Trying to show us how smart you are by intellectually dominating people whose brains aren't even fully developed. Then you got this dude, Steven Crowder, debating people in the barbershop who aren't even fully immersed in the cases or actual statistics of the things that he's talking about. Then you got the dudes who be debating random people on the street, knowing they gonna slaughter them, all in the name of making their side look right. This shit just like the NBA or NFL. Ain't nobody watching these debates to learn. They watching to see their team win. In the comments talking about who won based on comebacks and crowd reactions. You know what these debates remind me of?
I'm checking.
I broke up with my ex-girl. Here's a number. Psych! That's the wrong number!
This stuff all entertainment. Then you go on your feed, see the same piece of content posted by 2 different channels, both channels saying each side got slaughtered in the title. Watch what happens when this dude gets presented with straight facts.
I like stats, and the stats are 13-1 is Democrats to Republican. You know the stats. So,
A few moments later.
The Federal Housing Finance Agency released 47 million appraisal reports to the public for the first time. The appraisals, which were compiled between 2013 and 2021, present evidence of a persistent, widespread practice in the home appraisal industry to give higher values to homes when the occupants are white and devalue them if the owners are people of color.
That's such bullshit. That's such bullshit. You know why?
Hold up.
Let me tell you why that's such bullshit.
They actually took the reports and show the data, and now you call it bullshit. Of course I call it bullshit. So you ask for the data and the facts. No. And now you give your opinion because you don't like the facts. Bro.
What you supposed to do with that? You tell somebody it's raining outside, and they tell you complaining because it's wet.
For those of you who didn't watch the debate, consider yourself lucky. Here's a recap.
I feel like it felt like, I didn't feel like that. I feel like, do you feel like? I feel like I could care less about why you feel the way you feel. I'm not a fucking machine. They need to be controlled. They need to be decapitated to feel heard. I feel like everybody's gonna feel differently. There is emotion tied to it, bro. I'm a human being. Some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro. It is what it is. So logically, it is what it is. Oh, that's cap.
That's cap? Did you Google it? I
don't need to Google it. Somebody Google it in the chat. I don't even need to look up the stat. Every motherfucker engaged in it.
See, this is exactly what we've been talking about the whole video. How don't you need to look up the stats? How are you in a debate and the facts don't matter? Useless.
Evil could burn.
During our debate, there was a discussion about school, food lunches, starvation, food insecurity. Stevie and Kirk were constantly making this point that kids are not starving, so we don't need these free lunches in school. There's other ways for the kids to get food. Okay, it was pretty much the general gist of it. I tried to explain that not everyone has good parents. Food stamps are not always accessible. 7-year-old can't apply for food stamps. Steve's like, listen, it's not a real problem. Kids are not emaciated, dying on the side of the street. And he harps on the fact that during the debate, Stevie himself was talking about starvation, third world starvation, kids, skinny bones, big belly, dying,
Dog, this isn't fucking people. It's not a famish going on. People are not dying because
they're not dying, but
famish.
I was talking about that. You were talking about a different problem that's less serious, and it's kind of disingenuous of you, Abba, to misrepresent me.
We can't be switching words out now, man. Food insecurity is entirely different than starving. That was the question posed in that debate with Kirk.
Now here's where I'll be accountable. Shouldn't have used the word starvation when I was talking, man. Even though us in colloquial terms, we're like, yo, I'm starving today, I need to eat. In a discussion, you should define terms. That's my fault.
You also gave yourself a 3 out of 10.
For the debate performance?
Yes.
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes. What I don't like is this very bad faith interpretation on his behalf. When him and Kirk argue against school lunches, them talking about starvation, these programs were never implemented to stop famine. They were not put in place so that kids were about to die on the side of the street and like, hey, here's a little sandwich at lunchtime. They were put in place to combat malnutrition because a lot of folks who didn't have access to food would show up, not eat, and their performance levels at school were bad. They couldn't pay attention. That's what the program's about. I personally think it's incredibly bad faith to come to a debate about a topic, about a policy, and argue against something that's never intended for. And throughout the debate with him too, I mentioned it. If you just Google it, it's like so many kids today here in America, you could look it up the statistics, that have malnutrition, that have food scarcity, that have all these problems. It stunts their growth. It fucks them up in terms of their academic success. If we were talking about kids dying on the side of the street, why the would I be talking about the fact that they won't get a good grade? And who cares? If we were talking about something that was
That's because in the debate, y'all, ain't nobody actually listening. Whatever side you on, and what the other person is saying is going in one ear and out the other.
I think I'd probably be like, how do we save these kids from dying?
I understand what you're trying to say. What I don't understand is why the f are we debating school lunches?
Sure.
Like you're trying to make a whole point about, F them kids.
You know, you're shitty parents. I get it, dog. This life. Life is fucking hard, dog. And some children are born in tough circumstances, bro. It is what it is.
Yeah, but no school lunches. What? Why do you go against that?
I don't know.
That's the debate.
Y'all don't want to give that to kids, but prisoners get it, military members get it, a whole bunch of different adults get it. Also, aren't we a first world country? Just because we're not dealing with third world country problems, don't we solve them all the time? It's like saying, we don't need to make our roads better because we don't have dirt roads like third world country. Hey.
Show me a single child in America going hungry. Doesn't exist.
That's just not true.
We have a child obesity problem, not a child starvation problem in this country.
I don't understand this thing where it's like, it has to be one or the other.
That boy Charlie Kirk used to be wrong and strong. Like, he'd get up there debating and have no idea what he's talking about, but he said with so much conviction that his minions They don't even have the sense to fact checking. You hear them screaming at the end, woo! Start cheering them on. Man, be stating stuff that is not a fact.
You can have rich and poor people, you can have educated people, and Steve Unite. Both of those things can all coexist.
Americans don't know what starving is. We don't know what starving is, man, but, you know, I see what he's doing here. He's playing semantics and moving the goalposts with this conversation, bro.
I love how you accuse me of playing semantics. He spent 13 minutes talking about starvation versus food insecurity and not getting enough meals.
That's comedy gold right there.
If you talk like that about kids not having access to food, is it any wonder why people think you guys are monsters?
Bro, here we go, bro. He taking me out of context again. See, I ain't shit. He ain't shit.
Every time someone's too stupid to enunciate their own point, they always say I was taken out of context. No, you just don't know how to communicate. Maybe if you got a school lunch every time in the 3rd grade, you'd be able to read, speak, and think past a 4th grade level. Maybe. I think you needed them school lunches, Stevie. I was taken out of context. After a while, is it people taking you out of context or you don't know how to communicate? I'm just asking. The thing you're gonna know, he's a big-time fence sitter. He just won't take a stance. The whole thing is like, I don't care, I ain't pro-life, I ain't pro-choice. I don't care if the kids get the food, but I'm a capitalist. I'm against government handouts. I don't want the government to come save the world. I don't care if they pass a program. If it happens, it's like probably anti-abortion. Am I right?
No, I don't know. I could care less. I'm not pro, I'm not anti. I respect this thing. I don't agree with it.
But you want the government to get involved and stop abortions.
I never said, I don't give a fuck about what anybody does with abortion.
But did you say it's a bigger problem?
Yes, that's a bigger problem, but I didn't give a solution to it. I know it's a problem. I never said what I want to do about it. I could care less. Like, it is what it is, dog. It's life. Life is fucking hard, dog, and some children are born in fucked up circumstances, bro.
You want this?
I never said want. I said these resources are available to them.
But that's what your solution is, right?
That's not my solution.
Bro, what is your opinion? I don't have any solutions, bro. I'm not saying what my solution is. I'm saying this solution exists.
This whole argument.
Like, I genuinely, guys, maybe I needed the school lunches in school. Maybe I just don't get what this guy's talking about.
The whole debate was just eye roll.
Yeah.
I think we all get the point. Let's keep it real. This debating stuff ain't about nothing but entertainment and ego. I'm out.